Okay, so we've got 4 dozen farm fresh eggs. You can use any kind of eggs that you want for this. I would use large or extra large eggs. And we're going to get these cracked in a bowl and then get them scrambled with the rest of the fixings. Okay, we have 3 pounds of sausage, and we're just gonna fry that up and drain it. Alright, so we've browned the sausage and it's just about done, and then we're gonna drain it and brown the vegetables. And we're using an onion and red bell pepper, green bell pepper mix. And I've tried to get the sausage browned and crumbled to a fairly consistent size so that I don't have any big lumps going into the final scrambled eggs and into the freeze dryer. Alright, once we're done browning the ground beef, we're going to be sauteing 3 bags of the seasoned blend, which is onions and bell peppers, red and green, and so that'd be 30 ounces of seasoning going into the scramble. Okay, so this is the celery and onion and red bell pepper, green bell pepper, and parsley mix that we used from frozen, and so we're just sauteing these down and reducing the excess liquid off of them before we add back in the sausage and eventually the eggs and probably some cheese. So we dump the brown sausage back in there. And we're getting ready for the eggs and the cheese. Alright, so that's what 4 dozen eggs looks like in a bowl. So let's go get these scrambled. Alright, we're just slowly cooking the egg. Sausage and veggie mix. Just keep stirring. Okay, we got 4 cups of shredded cheese, and that's going to go into here. And we're going to stir all that up and finalize the scramble. Okay, so these are done, and we've got the flame is turned off, the heat's turned off the pot. We're going to put a lid on these, let them sit for about 5 minutes, and then take the lid off and put them on trays to cool, and then ultimately get them in the deep freeze to freeze before going into the freeze dryer. So you just take it out of your cooking pot and load it into the Harvest Right tray. This is the first one that I've loaded from this batch, and I'm going to take it and just stick it in the oven while I get the other trays loaded with the remainder, and we'll let them cool in there for a little bit, and then I'll stick them into the freezer to get a hard freeze on them. Okay, so we are loading up the frozen scramble into the freeze dryer because it is ready to go. The product is frozen and it is pre-frozen. That 4 dozen eggs only took up 3 trays, so we're gonna do some onion, celery, and bell peppers on the 4th tray. So this is the frozen onion, celery, and bell peppers, and we're just gonna load that in to the 4th tray of the freeze dryer. And start. It's closed. Alright, so we're off. Come back when it's done. I'll show you the final product. Okay, so the dry cycle is complete. Open the drain valve. All right, let's take a look at the eggs. This is the scrambled egg and sausage, and it is definitely dry. That one looks really good. And so this is the 4 dozen with 3 pounds of sausage, and everything looks really good, and the onions and celery and bell peppers and stuff. Nice. And then this is just the seasoning stuff. So celery, onions, red and green bell pepper. That's totally dry. So we're gonna get that processed up into Mylar bags and go from there. Okay, last bag. We're just using a normal canning funnel to help get all this in there. That's the last of the 4 dozen eggs. We'll get the scale out in a minute and even these up by weight so that they're all the same weight, but that's it. Then we can seal them with the heat sealer here in a bit once they all weigh the same. Okay, well, we got everything packaged up in Mylar bags and we got them sealed, and they all have an oxygen absorber in them. We've been using these now for several months, and they're not only great in the backcountry, they even work in the mornings, like when you make your coffee and you want to go ahead and prepare some eggs and have that going. It just takes hot water and it's good to go. Maybe we'll make a video on that for morning routine, just day to day. It's also good on travel, you know, where you may be someplace where it's easy to make hot water and you just want to have your own scrambled eggs that you know what's in them. So it works great. It's a huge hit, so everyone in the backcountry really enjoyed these, and we've made lots and lots of scrambled eggs since the first video that you just saw. So I hope that was helpful. If you have questions, leave them in the comments, and if you'd like, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Make sure to click the bell so that you get notifications when new content is added to the channel. And that's it. So stay tuned for more content coming your way. And remember, when you can, get up, get out, live a little. See ya. Alright, so I think we're going to go with these cucumbers. We have washed them and made sure to rub off the black spines, the little dots that grow on them when they're growing. And all we're going to do these is cut off the end, the stem end here a little bit, and then slice them up raw and see how they freeze dry.